Greetings, I'm at Dick Lovett BMW in Bristol to have new panniers because these ones leak a bit of water, and going back to my problem with this not working, keyless ride, I'm having a new fuel flap fitted in a minute, so see what happens. And these are leaking water. There's a couple of holes in behind here somewhere. I'm not sure if they're, oh no, they are open. These are leaking through these holes here. A bit of mastic would probably do the job, but they're fitting me new ones, so that'll do. I mean, I think the luggage was like 1,700 quid, so I shouldn't really need to be putting mastic on. So anyway, they're fitting me new ones, fair play to them. See what happens. I'm trying to get my £21,000 back in mockers and these little biscuits. Okay, I've got my bike back, new panniers, and the most important bit, new fuel flap. So let's see, ignition on, ignition off. Oh, and it opens. Wonderful. Oh, look at that. How exciting. That's good. Okay, so I've just found out something. As you know, I've just had this new fuel flap, cap, whatever you want to call it, fitted today at BMW in Bristol. And I just thought I'd try it with the key in my pocket after the ignition's been off for a while, because I thought it was not relevant to any key, whether it was the emergency key or the original key. I thought it was something to do with when you turn the ignition off, it unlocks the fuel cap. But check this out, okay? The bike's been off for a few minutes. The key is not on me, so it's out of range of the bike, okay? And it's locked. Right? Now, here's something that I wasn't expecting to happen. I'll go and get the key. Right, I've now got the key. Right? I'll put it on the seat, that'll do. So I'm now in range. Ah, there we go. Opens. But I haven't touched the ignition, I haven't turned the bike on and then off again. So it does matter if the key's in range. I'm not sure I'm making any sense. What I'm trying to say is, I thought it wasn't anything to do with the fact that I put my original one of these in the washing machine and I was using the bike with my plastic emergency key, and this wouldn't open with that plastic emergency key. But then after somebody commented on YouTube on my post, which I thought he was right in saying that it doesn't matter what key you're using, it's nothing to do with the key, it's the ignition switch. Once the ignition has been turned off, it activates this to open for a few seconds or minutes or whatever. But it does matter if you're in range with the original key. So what's happened there? Is it, I'm really blown away now. I wasn't expecting this to open until I turned the ignition on and turned it back off again, thinking that that's what makes it open. But it does matter if the key's in range. So what's going on? That's really weird. I thought it was a bit of a coincidence that the first time I went to open the fuel cap using the bike with the emergency key, it wouldn't open. I thought it's too much of a coincidence that all of a sudden the fuel cap is broken while I'm using the emergency key for the first time I need to put fuel in. Because if you've only got the emergency key, and you put it in that area underneath the rear seat, it won't open this. You can do that twice and all the rest of it, like I saw online. Do that twice like I just did then. It doesn't work with the emergency key. So I'm going to ring BMW tomorrow, because they tried it. I think one guy there told me that they tried it with the emergency key on a bike in the showroom, or they tried it with a few. I didn't really ever get to the real bottom of how many they tried, or if they even did, but somebody did say they tried it in the showroom and it wouldn't open these with the emergency key. But I've been thinking for the last few weeks, like I keep saying, I thought it was to do with the ignition switch, in actual fact, not whichever key you were using. I thought it was irrelevant which key you were using, as long as you turn the ignition on and then off again, and that opens this. So if anybody's got any thoughts, or they actually know 100%, I'd be really interested to know. Like I say, only with the emergency key, this won't open. At least it wouldn't on my bike. One guy on my previous video said that his worked with the emergency key. So God knows. Yeah, weird. So any thoughts? Let me know. Cheers, guys.